Hi everybody, AJ Games here again. Let me restart the stream on things a little bit easier for you guys. And we're loading up. Okay, test test test. There we go. Turn down the volume. So then I came yes, I came downstairs. I have this chainmail chest plate. Now you see how it's enchanted with blast protection 2. If you take something enchanted and you put it in the grindstone, you can repair it if you put something in there, like I guess whatever, like iron or whatever gem it's made out of, diamond or anything like that. But if you put it in just by itself, it'll take the enchantment off and give you XP levels. So if we look at XP levels, I am just a little bit under uh, three and a half blocks of 42 enchantment level. Now, if I stick this in there, and then I'm going to hit X to enchant it, now I've got almost 4 bars under the enchantment level. And I can take this back up here. I've got 1 in there. I'll just put it up here though. And there we go. So I do that. Now what I do is I will take the boots down there. I'll take that bow downstairs. I'll come down here. Um, and I can just go right through these. That one has protection too. And that one has protection 3. Now, if it's got a top level enchantment, I will consider leaving it on. But that's what I do with this stuff here. Now, since I've got this rotten flesh, I'll put that in there. But I don't have sticks. I don't have any of that stuff. Now, this is spider eyes. They are pretty rare. I've only got 25 spider eyes. So I'll have to come over here and get more spider eyes. Or I'll, like when we do spider farm, I know under the island we've got a spider spawner. So I will do that. And I've been thinking, now I'm at Y level 185. Now what I'm thinking of doing, because that one's at the same height, I believe. What I'm thinking of doing is making a minecart track. I'll take that up to Y level 200 or 250, and coming out at Y level 185, I'll have a minecart track to get over here faster. We'll think about it. Right now I'm going to come down here because I'm going to make this part of the stream live up to the name I gave it, and I'm going to customize those 2 farms. The sea turtle farm and the seagrass and coral farm. So I'll come back down here, and I want to take this stuff over to the base first. Put this stuff in storage. Now we'll come over here. We'll head back, which makes it a whole lot easier that I've lit up the base as much as it is, and I will continue lighting it up. So I think it looks beautiful. I think it looks really good. Looks really, really awesome. Actually, I think I can go back to the island to put this stuff away. And I think I've got the customizing stuff already over here. There's very little that I'd have to go and uh, go and get. I've got a lot of stuff over there already. So I'll come back over here. And in my redstone chest, nope, that's not my redstone. In my redstone chest, this is where I've got a lot of stuff redstone. Yeah, I know. Item frames and glass and chests aren't redstone stuff, and hoppers aren't redstone, but I've got a lot of redstone stuff. Then I can come over here into my tree chests. This is where I've got a lot of tree items. I'll put those sticks there. And then come over here to the potatoes. That's a regular potato. And I'll come over here to the regular potato chest. And I'll just put that in there. Yes, I've got over 2 stacks of potatoes. I have actually started getting poisonous potatoes down here, which just, for you guys to see. Poisonous potato. If I eat one, see how my heart's turned green? I got poisoned for, I think it's like 5 seconds. Now that there's a chance of that happening. I think it's like 40%. 40% of the time it'll poison me like that for 5 seconds. Not enough to kill me, but enough to be annoying. Now, let's come over here. There's actually what I'm gonna do. I want to come over here and I want to grab 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 green frog lights. That's going to 9. You know what? I'll do 10 and I'll see how that does. They're called verdant. That boat's going out to sea somewhere. No big deal. The chest is empty. Actually, I should have gotten more frog lights. I'll go back. I'll count it up and I'll get more. Let's see. So, I want to do this one first, and I think what I'll do is I'll take out. Whoop. The middle blocks. And I'll put lighting in there. And then I'll come back here and I'll take out the middle block here. And put lighting in there. Now, one thing I did on the turtle farm that I didn't do on here is slabs on the top, which actually, no, I can't do slabs on that. I've only got 2 left here. I don't have any wood to make those. Now I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I can't. I don't want to make chiseled. I want to make. Oh, sorry, I'm leaning into the fan. It is. Let's see. I think it's like. Yeah, it's 95 degrees outside. So I really don't want to be doing the stream without the fan on. Now, since you can make slabs from a crafting table, 14, I think that's how many I needed. I'm not going to go in those bubble columns. Now, on the tops of blocks and the top of that is a spawnable area. So I could get, when I turn difficulty on, I could get mobs spawning up here. If I put these down as slabs, that is a bottom slab. Mobs can't spawn in the middle of a block. So I will put that there too. So those work there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here. Now I have corner block and I come over 2. So if I do that, let's say to the sides, corner block, come over 2, and I want to look at the block, the third block up. 1, 2, 3. If I take that out, I can put in frog light, and then I can collect that, and I've got a torch sitting on the ground in here. I could also just come in here, take those out, and then just collect the torches, and then I'll come over here, collect that, put in frog lights. Now I've got those. I'm going to need to bring over 6 more to replace the rest. Now I'm going to come over here. I'm going to open that up, and I'm going to come down in here. Now, what I want to do, I want to light this up too. So I think what I'm going to do... Whoa. Whoa. Block that up. And then I don't need that torch. Now what I did do is I did put down, I was messing around. I was doing something in here. I forget what I was doing earlier this week, but I can do this. I fell down in here and I had to punch out the blocks. So what I did is I came down here in the bottom and I put a barrel in here with a stack of stone brick and an iron pickaxe. So that if I do that again, if I fall down there again, I don't have to punch out the blocks. Now, I'm going to block that up, block that up, then I can block that up and put those down and get back up here. I've got to figure something out so that I can do those. I did end up punching out this block that I'm standing on, so the bucket popped, or the button popped off, and it actually did come down into my inventory. I had to replace it, but I had water coming down there too, so made a big old mess. I would also like to try to set up a piston down there. That barrel, oh, I can open that from up here. Okay, that barrel, I think, is half a block above that slab, comes up the rest of that block. That slab is a bottom slab. And I had a bunch of turtles in there just chilling. And I want to see if the piston will send them off to the side. So I want to try a few things. I can try that now. What I want to do is I want to make this a little bit more user friendly. Come down here. Oh, no, I don't want to take that out yet. Nope. Well, I'll put one there, and I'll take that out of there. I want to set up a redstone system. And I think it's going to involve replacing that with a frog light. But I want to bring this, well, I am going there and put that there. Now, I'll put these in here. I don't need that or those anymore. The jungle trapdoor. There was a reason for that. And I'm going to show you right now what I'm going to do with that. And I hope I've got enough room left. I'm going to look as tall up. Yep, that should go right there. When that flips down, it closes off that doorway. Now, I'll take that out. Turtles, let's see, how wide are they? Minecraft, turtle. Width. A turtle is 1.2 blocks wide, an adult turtle. A baby turtle is less than half a block wide. So that doorway is big enough for a baby turtle to go through, but an adult turtle cannot go through there. That's why we make that. And they're obviously an adult turtle is less than a block tall. So filling in that block on the top is no big deal. But what I'm going to do over here, I'm going to get some, I want to get a lever. And some redstone. I don't know if 9 will be enough, but I know that'll be enough. I want a lever. Those are torches? Did I put levers in here? I know levers are cheap to make, but I think I made a bunch of extra levers and put them somewhere. I'd rather use the levers. I got one more place I'll check for levers. Actually, 3 more places. Nope. And in here? Yes, there's a lever there. That's good. I'm going to do this just in case there's a reason I've got to block that doorway off. I'd like to be able to do it as fast as possible. And that torch wasn't in the middle. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the lever on there, and the position of that lever is going to tell which way the trap door is. See, the torch there takes up the top of that block. If I take that torch off, then I can put that down. Now, if I put the lever in the down position, the door drops down. If I put the lever in the up position, the door is up. So fix that easily. Now I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 green frog lights. Well, verdant frog lights if you want to be technical about it. So I'll swim back over here. And yes, I have not been over to the frog light farm in a couple of weeks, so that tells you how good it's working. Now I need 6. Now we'll come over here. We'll swim back over here. That looks pretty cool. And what I'll do is I'll drop down in here. We'll take out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then I'll just go backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'll collect that back up. Make sure we've gotten everything collected inside. And then I'll come back over here because there might be stuff floating in the water that I can reclaim, like that block. How a stone brick block floats, I don't know. But I got that. Now, I'll put these back in here. Leave those there. Now what I want to do with this seagrass that I have, yeah, I might find someone, I might replace those with glass. I don't know. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Huh. 2 didn't get fed. And see, they already planted they already put down the eggs. Now, I'm looking at these. I try and figure out how many baby sea turtles am I going to get, or how many eggs are laid. Now, there's 3. There's 4, so that's 7. She's laying her eggs. Is that only 2? Eight, 9. Now I got one more that's... There we go. Laying the eggs over there. Oh. Is that another 4? 9 and 4, that's 13 eggs. And I did notice that they've got about a 40% hatch rate. So I saw one time that there were 10 laid, and there were only 4 babies that hatched. But it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. All right. Well, that's it. I think that's a good enough. I can take this torch off. And I can put that back in there. I've got about 10 more minutes. That it's about 3:50, 3:49. I'm looking at the clock right now. My time. I'm on Pacific time. So I will put these away. I want to show you the area that I've been clearing out. Now, let's put the shovel back in there, and then I can put tools there. Those are the tools that I'm going to work on enchanting and Upgrading the, yes, I've got diamond tools. The fortune pickaxe needs mending. I want to put um, unbreaking on both of these, and I want to put sharpness on that, and I want to do well, I don't know if there's, I want to do an efficiency axe. I think I want to do an axe with mending, unbreaking, and efficiency. Um, I want to do a shovel. Well, that shovel is good because I've only got, I got 47 more seagrass over here. I didn't know I had that. Um, I think I've only got one grass block that I dug up. But I want to show you this area that I've been working on. I've got, now I know it looks, at first look, it looks like there's a lot of trees left. But I was looking at this earlier today when I was, right a little bit before I started the stream. I've been leaving as many jungle trees as possible, especially the tall ones. I'll mine those out later. But if I come over here, now see, there's a big area empty. This area here, this, I was looking at this. This is pretty cool. It's like a big old bowl. And then I've cleared out this little valley. There's a little lake here, which I don't know. It looks like it goes from an upper section to a lower section. I don't know if I want to leave that there. Maybe make some little features or whatever. Maybe take that part out. I don't know. It comes all the way out. This is the river that goes around the back side. So that's pretty cool. I like that. This big bowl area, I basically do want to take this down. The reason why I'm thinking about filling in this lake and taking it out, well, actually, if I take it down to sea level's at 63. If I come down to 63, that's right where the water comes up to. So I hadn't looked at that. That's, yeah, I've really got to think about this. Now, I like how that comes down like that. I don't like how it flows into this corner. I think I'd want to do a similar something on this side and just have it all flow down to the, I don't know. But if I come back over here, now if I look at this is a 61. I'm going to have to fill in some places. And then come back over there. Now, there was something, we'll see if I can find it. Now, I do this, I've got this cleared out. I basically have this cleared out because if I come over here, whoa, if I come over here, here's the river. Here's this side of the island. So I pretty much have north side of the island and south side of the island separated. I'm hoping to have the north side emptied out or cleared out, maybe flattened down by next weekend. But we'll see. We'll see. I'm thinking about, well, I've got a couple of things this week that are going to keep me away from home. Now, one thing I was looking at this here. Now, if I look down there, I can see a blue hue, so this is water. And I see this is going down to the water. This looks like a ravine filled in with water. Now, I think I can get up. This looks like a big overhang. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure I can get up. So if I come down here and look, yeah, this is a big old ravine. So when I uncover this, when I flatten this all out, this is going to be a deep lake. A deep lake. So that's going to be interesting. Whoa. There we go. Got out. All right. And yeah, I picked up, as I said, I was doing some mining, so I picked up some, I'm surprised that saplings were still sitting on the ground. Now, leaves that are within a certain radius of logs will not break, will not despawn. So, once I mine out both of these trees, I'm going to be getting a lot of leaves breaking. Oh, that's a big tree. Yep, I was looking at that. That's a tree that spawned in on a dirt overhang. I don't know the mechanics of tree spawning, but yeah. So this is going to be a lot of clearing out. If I'm at 64, I still need to go down one more level. Boom. There's water level right there. Sea level. I've got big hills that are going to need to come out. A lot of clearing out. And I'm thinking I'm going to go and I'll make up chests and I'll come through with shears. These things are called ferns. These things here. This is grass. And I can use shears and clear it out. Now if I can use shears and get those, and then I can put them back down as decorative items. They don't hold any significance. If I use a shovel, even a Silk Touch shovel, I don't get that item back. But if I come over here, why I brought this is why. This is a nice clear area. If I use Silk Touch, I get a grass block. If I just use my fist, I get a dirt block. Silk Touch, this is why it's nice to have Silk Touch tools. Now when the top of the base I'm going to make into just a regular grassy area. How am I going to get grass? Well, I could make a dirt bridge and wait for a long time for the grass to spread across the bridge, or when I finish putting in the dirt blocks, I leave the middle and I put a grass block in the middle. Then it'll spread, and it'll only take probably an hour, hour and a half for the whole thing. I mean, the base is 65 by 65, and I take out the two, so the middle part would be, I take out two for from each dimension because the ends, the sides are done. So 63 by 63, 63 times 63 is, we'll say 3,600, a little bit over 36, 38, 3,900, something like that. Because 60 times 60 is 3,600. So 3,600 blocks to spread to will take quite a while. But if I have these, now if I come down here, Now I don't get the grass or anything, but I do get the dirt blocks. Now if I come out here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I come back over here, and then I clear out this middle section. There we go. That's cleared out. Now, the grass can spread to this part, and if I use my shovel on it again, I get even more. But I've got grass blocks. Did I have... I know I had a grass block sitting somewhere. But anyways, now I got more. Now I don't have to worry about it. But eventually I want to have, for the grass and the ferns, I'd like to have at least a full chest of those. But I will, under this top part, I'm going to make a big sorting area, maybe in the underfloors of the base. I want to sort every item in the game, well, except for gravel. But any stackable item, I want to have it in a sorting system, big old sorting system. I'll have a dropper elevator coming up through, I don't know, maybe the center of the base, or maybe a little bit off from the center, but a big dropper elevator that goes up to the top, just in case something doesn't get sorted, but then have a chest up at the top that I can just put a whole big inventory of stuff in, and then it goes down through and it sorts everything out. And a big storage, and hopefully it'll store, I don't know, 3... Well, the way I've got it, it's going to take, I think, well, I'd have to use a whole floor to make the sorting section, and the storage section would be another floor. So I'd have to set it up. I'd have to set it up. Probably the sorters on one floor. So let me explain this to you. This section here, well, that's 2 blocks tall. If this was the bottom of it, I'd have to, let's see, if I've only got 4 blocks in a floor, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because that's got redstone on the top, so it's 3 blocks tall. It's got to be. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'd only have 2 chests for every item. I guess that's not bad, but I'd kind of like to have more. So I'd probably set up, like, in the base, my floors. Now I could leave out a floor, or make a floor. Actually, I could set up something a little bit different, a little bit special. Or I could set up the sorting above, since I'm going to have a bunch of floors up top. I could do that. I think I'll do that. But now, let's see. Because I've only got 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks tall. Now, if I take 2 floors, I could have the floor in between to separate, or I could make that 9, and then I could have 6 blocks. But then the thing would come out to here for the storage. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4 wide for the sorter part. Large chest, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah, it would come out to here. I guess, I guess that leaves a lot in the middle. I don't know. I'd really have to look into how I'm going to do it. But anyway, I'm going to wrap this up. I think I'm going to do more with the enchantments. Get away from here so I don't accidentally break a window. But I'm going to take off. It was fun today, guys. We got the seagrass farm, and we got things customized. So I think next week we'll make a fishing hut at the base of the mob farm. So it's gonna be completely custom. The only thing is, I think I want to set up the floor of it to where if I get items that I fish and they fall on the floor, that it will automatically pick them up. I'll have to look into that and how I'm going to do that. But I'm going to take off. I'm going to get going. So I'll see you guys next week. Bye. See you later.